In our next talk, Alice Delancia will share with us her life lessons learned whilst travelling abroad with her friend Nikias. Please welcome Alice.
Before I begin my talk today, can you please raise your hand if you like to travel for fun? Good. Well, then you are just like my friend Nikias. Nikias and I traveled to Madagascar, an island in West South Africa. And Nikias was an awesome traveling companion, always in good mood, whatever the obstacles, making people happy by playing his saxophone anywhere, anytime. Nikias also happened to have a disability that required the use of a wheelchair. So today, I want to share with you the lessons I learned from my travels with Nikias. I think, as a woman, you may be able to apply those lessons to your life too. But first, let me tell you how I came to be making this trip in the first place. So it was sponsored by Hand Direction of the World, an organization committed to enabling travels for people with disabilities. So they team up Perrine, who is the president of this organization, plus another person without disability, and a person with a disability, to take a trip to another country. So our trip to Madagascar was one of 10 trips to 10 different countries by 10 different groups in 2016. The first important thing about this adventure was to allow the person with a disability to be actively involved in planning the trip. So here is Nikias, who is used to being driven anywhere by someone else, asked to proactively organize the trip. Search for flights, create the itinerary, find sponsors, and look for groups we would visit when we went to Madagascar. What a challenge for him. It was really hard for him at the beginning. He was really out of his comfort zone. And then, after taking some actions, he started to be happy doing this, having his own successes in the planning. And also, he realized that we were counting on him to take those actions which were going to highly contribute to the success of the trip. How many of you have had a similar experience of stepping outside your comfort zone, overcoming your fear of letting others down? I know I have. This is what Nikias taught me over and over during our 20 days trip. To grow, we have to leave the safety of what we know. First lesson. So, after months of planning, we boarded an airplane in Paris and flew for 11 hours to Madagascar. And the challenges began the minute the plane's doors opened, and the only way off was a steep set of steps, like that. So airport staff literally carried Nikias out of the plane to the ground. In that moment, I realized people with disabilities have to learn to thrive despite a lack of infrastructure. Actually, everything takes more time when you're in a wheelchair. To get dressed, eating, walking around. To take a shower or to go to the bathroom was a real challenge. In one of the places we stayed, to go to the washroom, we had to take a messy path, avoid roots, holes, rocks. But we felt very lucky to have an accessible shower, space enough for the wheelchair to rotate, with a drain on the floor. What a bargain! Unfortunately, we realized there was no electricity and no water. One time when Nikias was on the toilet, we heard him say, "Oh, damn it, they're red, aren't they?" "What?" we said. And he answered, "Look at the toilet bowl." And yes, oh my God, a dozen of red ants threatening Nikias' bottom. And quite difficult to fight against them without water. So, as I'm trying to transfer him from the toilet back to his wheelchair, he's getting deeper and deeper in the bowl and starts laughing. Actually, we almost died laughing, but finally made it. So Nikias had to persist and to be resilient and have good sense of humor. As a woman, the world may not make it easy for us in advance, but just as Nikias proved, we have to persist to get what we need. This is the second lesson I learned from this trip. While our trip centered on enabling Nikki to travel, we also had a more formal goal. We met disability stakeholders across the borders and shared on this theme. So in Madagascar, we met Les Orchidées Blanches, the National Association of People with a Disability, as well as the Association of Blind People. The idea was to share about our own country and and share best practices in terms of supporting people with disability. From my side, I had no clue about disability before this experience, and I learned so much. For instance, in Madagascar, a country where more than 75% of the population lives beneath the poverty line, people, and especially people with a disability, help themselves a lot. That's really impressive. Our third objective was to organize an event in Madagascar to make people aware of disability. And there was a surprising outcome of that event. We indeed met parents, mostly mothers, of kids with disability, and they were more than grateful that someone paid attention to them. Because you see, in Madagascar, there are a lot of superstitions related to the causes of disability. So by talking openly about that, we were making it clear that they should not be ashamed of having a disability. Communication is key to advocacy. Likewise, as women advocate for our equality, to educating stakeholders and the general public is important. So when I returned from this trip, I decided to build up the female community in the plant where I work, CLS, in Bor. So our group of volunteers, actually, Hélène here is part of this group, Hélène de Klerk. Our group of volunteers organized more than 10 events last year. Hot pot lunches, debates, meet and greets, and we were honored to host you, Lydia, for a meet and greet. And we continued those efforts this year. So that's the final lesson I learned from this trip. To change the world, we must communicate, educate, advocate, and collaborate. As a conclusion, let me show you why I made the decision to be part of this adventure and why I feel it was a success. See those faces? Our goal was reached, and Nikias was not the only one who made the most of this trip. Indeed, I learned so much. Remember, to grow, we have to live the safety of what we know. We have to persist to get what we need. And finally, to change the world, we must communicate, educate, advocate, and collaborate. I hope this story about Nikias inspired you as much as it inspired me. Thank you.